A year ago this past weekend, I was running the local 15K in my hometown, and I remember I was coming down the last few blocks of the race. My goal that year was to run it under an hour. I had maybe about 30 seconds left, so I was gearing up for my final kick, trying to get under time. And I remember seeing this truck out of the corner of my eye run through the police blockade right in front of me. I panicked, I stopped. Fortunately, the truck went right past me, but it mentally got me out of the race. I struggled to get back up to speed, and I ended up missing my goal by 4 seconds. In those hours after the race, I blamed the truck driver. I blamed him for missing my goal. But when I really started to think about it, it wasn't the truck driver's fault I missed my goal. It was my fault. It was my fault because of the lack of preparation in my training. Every Saturday leading up to the race, my goal had been to do a long run. Well, Saturday would come, my alarm would ring, and I would hit the snooze button. And I'd say I'd get to it next weekend. Well, next weekend would roll around, alarm would go off, and I would hit the snooze button. And this went on weekend after weekend. Not only that, during the week, I was just going for the motions with my runs. I wasn't pushing or challenging myself. And so when it came to race day, I was unprepared, mentally and physically. And because of the choices I made day in and day out to not commit to my training, when race day came, I was not ready and I failed. So this last year, as I was preparing for the race, I had a different attitude with my training. Every time Saturday morning came and my alarm would ring, I was out of bed and I was going after my long run. The last 5 weeks leading up to the race, I was running the exact same course that I would be on for the 15K. My runs during the week, it didn't matter how hot it was, it didn't matter how tired I was going after it because I wanted to make sure that I could accomplish my goal this year. So this year, it was actually the hottest year I've run the 15K. So instead of a time goal, I went for a position goal. I wanted to finish in the top 25. And it was a challenging race because of the heat. I remember about 3-4 miles into the 9.4 mile race, I was thinking, man, I'm gonna throw up. I can't maintain this pace. I'm struggling. But because I had prepared mentally and physically, I was able to push myself to keep going. 1 more mile, and then another mile, and another mile, until finally I was able to cross the line in 22nd place and accomplish my goal. You know, and when I think about it, I didn't accomplish that goal on race day. I accomplished it back in January when I was doing those 3-4 mile runs to build my foundation. I accomplished the goal in April and May when I was waking up early on Saturdays to do my long runs. When I was, after a long day of work, getting out and putting in the work in my runs every single day. It was the preparation every day that led to my ability to accomplish that goal. You know, and it really goes to show the compounding power our daily choices have. Our daily choices, they have the opportunity to bring us closer to our dreams or further away from them. There's this great Alan Armstrong quote that champions are not made when they win the event. Champions are made in the hours, the weeks, the months, and the years they spend preparing for the event. That is so true. If you have a goal that you want to accomplish, a dream that you want to go after, what are you willing to do on a daily basis to make that dream come true? Because if you aren't willing to do something each and every day, there's a good chance it won't happen. Being a champion, it's as simple as making a choice every day to achieve your goals. It's simple. It's not easy. It's as challenging as making the right choice every day. So choose to make that choice every day to be the champion that you want to be, and you will accomplish your goals.